Greetings, person currently watching this, and welcome back to Fight the Dragon. So, I say today is a campaign day. Just feel like it. So, what campaign calls out to me? What do we got? Super Mario Bros. Path of Darkness. I feel like I've done that one. Diablo Bloodgust Part 1. The Five Dragons. Poen's Story. Looting the Castle. Destroy Evil. Tesla's Revenge. Nightmares. To the Sky. Did we do To the Sky? I don't know, let's do it. I always love sky-themed maps. Alright, so yeah, here a group of strangers talk about the tale of an old mad king who built a flying castle on top of a mountain. I feel like I've done this one. Intrigued by the story, you decide to follow them and see if the castle... Let's do this. Okay. On your travels, you hear a group of strangers talk about the tale of an old mad king who built a flying castle on top of a mountain. I feel like I've done this one. Intrigued by the story, you decide to follow them and see the castle for yourself. But when you wake up in the morning, they are already gone. Oh, okay. On your way to the castle, you come across an inn. Maybe somebody knows where the group of strangers went. Or, you know, why didn't I just talk to them? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't, I don't know, maybe they would have been all standoffish, but still, I'm a fighter. What are they gonna do? Glare at me? I'll freeze them in place. I can, like, yeah, I can freeze them in place. I don't know, and maybe I could, like, do some crazy stuff, like make it so the ice in their drinks melt because I have power over, you know, water in its many forms. And I can, you know, dictate what it does, like one of those benders from that TV show that I never really watched, but my brother loved. Looks empty. Almost. Too empty. What's wrong here, innkeeper? Oh. I can talk to you while I'm charging at you, but not while I'm standing still. Alright. Okay, so. Just a word of advice. Yeah, this bar table, you built it a bit too long. Or, well, wide. No, long too, because, I mean, look, you only have like 3 chairs. Good day, traveler. We have good wine and strong ale. Also food, because, you know, food isn't as important. The rooms are just upstairs. If you need anything else, just ask. Yay! Oddly friendly, you're gonna do something to me. You have plans for me that involve the harming of my body. Yeah, you do. Alright, well, hold on before I do that. I think I need to... I'll keep that stat point just in case I find anything that needs a certain level. Bloody diary. A blood-stained diary lies on the ground. We were lucky to get a room in this small inn. This storm is terrible. This storm just does not stop. Looks like we have to stay for a few days. Tonight, I heard strange noises from the basement. Maybe it's just the wind. Because, you know, wind blows into basements. They were all dead! Dead! I managed to get away, but I will not last much longer. The diary ends abruptly. So there's weird stuff going on in the basement, because that's where weird stuff happens, it's in the basement. Honestly, when I think about it, weird stuff happens in all parts of the house. Weird stuff happens in the attic. Weird stuff happens in the basement. Weird stuff happens in the bedroom. Weird stuff happens in the bathroom. Sometimes sexy stuff happens in the bedroom, but mostly weird stuff happens in the bedroom. Happens in the living room, the dining room, the kids' room. Houses are just not as safe as people think they are. Hey, yeah, that's what I thought. Gonna go run downstairs and get your ritual prepared for me. Huh. Trail of blood, that's interesting. I've never seen that happen. Oh, that's a cool little touch. I like that. Follow the... Oh, wait, investigate. Trail of blood leads into the kitchen. Oh, is he a cannibal? Is he one of the cannibals? Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's eating people. Probably chopping them up, turning them into hamburgers, and then serving them to people. Kind of like that one poem from not Resident Evil, sorry. Silent Hill. Which one was that? I think that was Silent Hill 2. Yeah, that was the one with the poem about the, 5 people who were hung for their crimes. Somebody dragged all those bodies here. But why and who killed them? I should confront the innkeeper. Oh, so he's not down here? Oh, I guess he's not down here. What do you know? Alright, sure, why not? But yeah, there was a poem because that was one thing that I did love about Silent Hill. That was one of the... You are mine. Oh, you're a necromancer. Alright, sure, whatever. They just take you... Oh, I have my new ability. Oh, what do you do? That's kind of cool. I mean, it's not as useful as like the ice cubes of justice, but it's still pretty cool, nonetheless. Alright, so we kind of just hack away at this loser until eventually he runs out of health. But yeah, that was one thing that I loved about like even in Resident Evil 2 is the same way. And I don't know if they do it so much nowadays with modern, at least they don't do it with indie games. I've noticed that with a few indie horror games that I've played. They don't really do it anymore. And that is with the older horror games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, even Amnesia, and I believe its predecessors, the Penumbra series. Not the Penumbra that I'm currently playing, but the ones that is a mod of. In those games, you know, with the puzzles, there was always clues to solving the puzzle, and that's what you would do, you know, and they were usually in the form of diary entries. At least in, yeah, it was usually in the form of diary entries. Now with, I think Silent Hill, with Silent Hill it was always poems. You'd find a poem laying around. Usually, I think in the same room as the puzzle, you would find a poem. And if you kind of cross-reference the poem to the puzzle, you could figure it out. You know, figure out the puzzle. And I think with Silent Hill, or not Silent, why do I keep saying Silent Hill? With Resident Evil, it was kind of a mix between like journal entries, like somebody's journal entry, and then other kinds of text. Like there was one puzzle where you had to take these two crystals and put it in the eye of this deer's head that was mounted on a wall. And the way, you know, the clue for the puzzle was that just underneath the deer's head was a book, like a science book of some kind, and the page that it was turned to was the page about heterochromina, which is the disease which causes your eyes to be two different colors. You have two-tone eyes, and I believe that's literally the only symptom of heterochromina, is just that your eyes are two different colors. That's it. That's all it does. You know, so that was the, and because I think in that journal, or at least that what would you call it? I won't say it's a journal entry. It's got another name, but I can't remember the name. But either way, with that entry, oh, this was an ambush. Oh no! And this time I actually didn't see it coming. Holy crap, an ambush I didn't see coming. Hey, I'm gonna do this thing to you guys. Hopefully it works. This wasn't that bad, honestly. It does have some use to it. There we go. But yeah, it was in that entry when it was talking about heterochromina, I believe it used a deer as an example of, I think it was like the researcher was talking about, that's what he used to research heterochromina. His research subject was a deer. So it kind of gave you that hint right there that that's what you needed to do. Oh, no, I didn't want to go through here. I wanted to do the chest, stupid door. Anyways, you know, that is something that is sorely missing from that Penumbra game. I mean, I'm probably going to say that, you know, I'll make mention of that when I beat Penumbra, but right now I'm talking about it, so I may as well. Oh. Who are you, and what do you want? There is nothing left to plunder. You want to reach the top of the mountain? You are on the right track. You will have to go through the mines, 'cause you always gotta go through the mines to get to where you need to be at. But those damned bandits took over them after they killed us all. Another group came through here recently. They struck some kind of deal with the bandits. Maybe you should be careful. What, because they know I'm following them? Possibly. Alright. Oh, you know, just a thought. You know, because you're dead and all, there's an inn just down the way. You probably know because you lived here. Why don't you move in there and set up shop? I mean, think about it. An inn with a ghost as the keeper? That'd probably be like so much tourist attraction. People, you know, everybody's gonna want to stay at the inn that has a, you know, ghost as its keeper. Especially if he's a pretty chill ghost. He's not like freaking angry paranormal activity ghosts that just need to get on with their lives. But you know, cool ghost, chill ghost. But yeah, that's one thing that's sorely missing from that Penumbra, is just with the puzzles, it's so, I guess standoffish would be the word. It's just like, here's the puzzle, figure it out. You know, there's no hint, there's no direction. It's kind of, you just brute force or guesswork your way through. And I don't like that. Because the way I see it, when it comes to puzzles in games like, you know, this is, again, me harping on about what I think about video games, so if you don't like that, don't listen, but still, when it comes to video games, like action games, you know, any game that isn't like straight up a puzzle game, you know, like an action game, action adventure, RPG, horror game, even first and third person shooters, when you have a puzzle in there, it's meant to provide a momentary distraction for the player, so that way the whole, you know, gamer fatigue doesn't set in. The whole, you know, fighting enemies or being scared doesn't get old and stale. The puzzles is a good way to break the player's mind from that action, so that way it still remains kind of fresh, especially with scares. You know, you kind of stop being used to being scared and being hunted while you're solving a puzzle, so it shouldn't take that long to do, because it's not supposed to be a major part of the game, it's just supposed to be a quick break. I'm actually gonna ice cube you. Ice cubes of justice! There we go. So, you know, it's just, so it's with those puzzles, you know, they should be, like I said, they should be quick, and it shouldn't be too hard to solve it. It shouldn't be that you run into a problem, you know, you run into a puzzle in one of those games, you know, in a horror game, and it's like you gotta drop what you're doing, go drive across town, pick up the village elder, and then a Ouija board, and then the two of you have to hold a seance, so that way you can figure out the cryptic, completely arbitrary solution to the puzzle. Yeah, cryptic wasn't the word I was looking for there, by the way. It was convoluted. Don't know why I said cryptic. Because they're not the same words, you know, different things. But either way, so that's one thing that I think that game could go, you know, could do better with, especially that Penumbra, is give some hints, give some clues. Alright, so am I going the right way? Because I seem to be doing that a lot recently. I go the way that I think is the wrong way, which will lead to treasure, and it ends up being the way that progresses the story. It's rather annoying, because I'm kind of here for the treasure. That's one of my biggest reasons for being here. Everything else I really don't care that much about. Oh, actually, can I get up here? No, I probably can't get up there. Rocks are probably blocking me. Ha! I can't get up here! Ha-ha! I'm breaking your game! Or, well, your map. The game itself is... kind of works. I mean, I've broken it here and there. No, I don't think I've ever broken the game itself. I think I've only ever broken people's maps. And I don't even know if it's considered breaking. Is it? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, go ahead and take out these... Oh, stop blocking. Really? Can we just not with the blocking? There we go. I'll take you out. What level are we anyways? We're only level 15. Okay, that's not much. I don't know what would be a good stopping point for this character. Because originally I thought that what I would do is I would just get this character to a high enough level where we would get his final ability. And then I'd showcase what the final ability is, and then I'd make, you know, go on to the next class. But if all it is level 15, I don't know, that might be too short. Oh, also, speaking of which, because, you know, about this series, because it's the same subject as, you know, this series. So, I was talking about fighting the dragon and killing the dragon. And I was trying to think of strategies of how to beat the dragon. Well, it turns out that I had the completely wrong idea when it came to fighting the dragon. Now, the thing is I've tried, like, searching, I've tried Google searching strategies about the dragon. Personally, I can't find anything, but there might be. Oh, hello. It's the rare, majestic rat that shoots lightning out of its butt. Now it's a pile of giblets. That's unfortunate. But such is the nature of the rat that shoots lightning out of its butt. It's a brief but glorious existence, which is quickly and often very painfully snuffed out. They're the unsung heroes of nature. But anyways, yeah, back to the dragon. Because, you know, he's a bastard, unlike the rare, majestic rat that shoots lightning out of its butt. So apparently I had the completely wrong idea when I was fighting him. Completely wrong idea. Apparently his tail and his wings are the things that hit you the hardest. His fire breath is the thing that hits you the second hardest, and fire resistance doesn't affect it. Because, you know, it's fire that isn't fire. Because that makes sense. In video games, at least it does. But the thing is you're actually supposed to sit in front of him and fight him. And I thought that was what would lead to death, because when it came to fighting that dragon, I was approaching it with the same logic that they use in World of Warcraft, because that's a game that I've played quite a lot of. In that game, I have a lot of experience with fighting dragons. And in that game, when you fight a dragon, if you're DPS, which is what I normally play as, when you're DPS, you want to hit the dragon in the hind leg. You don't want to go near the tail, because the tail will swipe, and if it hits you, it can do a lot of damage. And if it's a Nixia's tail, it has a chance to knock you into the whelp pit. And as the famous YouTube video shows, being knocked into the whelp pit is very bad and gives people a rather negative reaction. But also, you want to stay away from the front of the dragon, because the dragon keeps swiping, and it's considered what's in that game is called a cleave. Basically, it's a cone-shaped attack that hits all enemies in the cone. And I think with Nixia, or at least with all dragons, the cleave not only hits for hard damage, but it puts a debuff on you. So you take a lot of damage, and then after that, you take more damage for the rest of the fight, or you have like damage over time applied to you. Either way, if you stand in front of the dragon, you get hit by that cleave, and you're not the tank, the healers have to work overtime to keep you alive. Which means they have a better chance of running out of mana. And when the healer runs out of mana, everybody dies! Oh crap. Actually, I'm gonna... Ice of Justice. There we go. Excellent! And we're at the exit. Excellent! Alright, let's open these first. Don't know why. Doesn't really matter. I just feel like doing it. So yeah. So that was my problem. I was expecting the dragon in this game to be like dragons in World of Warcraft. And as you can tell, this game and World of Warcraft aren't the same. Let me see. This map wasn't that bad, actually. Nope, this map wasn't that bad. Not at all. You didn't throw any high HP having enemies at me. You know, the whole thing was predictable, like the story and everything, but I have yet to run across an adventure map that I couldn't call what was going to happen long before it happened. Alright, so I don't think I have anything here that I want. Nope. Oh, we have the shield. Let's see. I think I want to keep my tome, because it does give me that amplification to my crystals. But then again, I don't have much... I might actually get this. I need another level, but I might end up using this shield, just so I can get the protection, because, yeah, I am very, very squishy right now, which is not good. And, you know, if I was on a map where there was water, it wouldn't be that bad of a thing, but not all maps have water on them. Okay, so we don't have anything that needs anything, at least I don't think we do. Let me go up here and check. Is there anything up here that needs anything? You need 5 endurance. Are you better than my current shoulders, though? Of course you're gonna be, because you're legendary. Alright, yeah, so we need 5 endurance. So let's come down here. And then we do endurance, 5. Go to the shoulders. Equipped our spiffy new legendary shoulders, which are made of wood. Always awesome. Ah, nope, not in there. Now is not the time to rest. Now is the time to sacrifice. No, not these. These! Because when... Oh, no, I want to keep you. Then this. But yeah, because when it has a little hand on it, that means you haven't equipped it. So, you know, watch out for that. Alright, so get rid of all of this junk. There we go. Excellent. And let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, I can get a... Okay, pray! We can get an axe. We're just going to get health. I always get health because why not? I don't really need stamina. All you need that for is running. And with equipment, why bother? It's not like it's going to be... You know, there's a very good chance I'll just get something from some random reward map that'll be much better. So what's next? You made your way through the mine, and if what the ghost said is true, you're on the right track. You should look around and look for further clues. Alright, time to wander... Hi, miner. Good to see that the bandits didn't kill you dead like everyone else. Hello. Hello there! It is rare to see so many travelers around here. What brings you to this lonely place? You want to climb the mountain? There is an old lift on the other side of the mountain. Perfect! But I don't know if it still works. You will have to use the pass. But be careful, there are some wild orc tribes around here. Well, they don't seem to be that dangerous because you're perfectly fine. Even though your house is surrounded by deadly rats and giant spiders. Maybe they're not even deadly. Maybe they just, like, don't like me. Maybe they just really hate me. Maybe it's my cologne. Maybe my cologne pisses them off. Could always be. Maybe they're trying to get revenge for their brethren that I killed in cold blood, or at least they perceive me as killing them in cold blood. Because there's a lot of times that I've attacked things that haven't attacked me. Alright. Come on. I hate these hardy enemies. Oh, you were taking so long to die. That's gotta be like one of the most annoying enemies you can fight in this game, is a hardy enemy. Because they just take so freaking long to die. I mean, even the regen ones don't last as long as the hardies, I don't think. I don't think they regenerate that fast. Alright, let's just go this way. Well, I gotta say right now, I'm seeing a distinct lack of orcs. I'm mostly just seeing vermin. Maggots and spiders. Especially these freaking spiders. I hate spiders so much. Get out of here. So when are we gonna get to the things that aren't vermin? Because it's getting kind of annoying. It's getting really kind of annoying, actually. Okay. More rats. And maggots. Go ahead and take those out real quick. Okay, here's some orcs. There we go. Now we're into the thick of it. Kinda. Not really. And why are you purple? I've never seen a purple orc. I'm just gonna go with that one guy said, dude. You're not orcs, you're dark elves. Because, I mean, I've seen purple elves. That's a common thing. But purple orcs? Nah, I've never really seen that. Then again, you know, it is a fantasy creature, so what it is and what it looks like is completely dependent on the person who's writing the story. But still, purple is just a very odd color choice. There we go. Any more? I'm sure there's gonna be more. Oh, great, bomber gobs. Just because I wasn't annoyed enough from the spiders and all, you know. Ah, crap, you got a direct hit. Alright, try and keep these guys at least away from that bomber gob, so that way I don't have to worry too much. There we go. Take you out real quick, or at least whittle away your HP. No, I can get you fully, I think. There we go. Excellent. So now for that bomber gob. If I can hit him. There we go. A few solid hits, and he's down. And no other bomber gob. That's a good thing. I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be one up ahead, but there wasn't one in the immediate area, which is what I was afraid of. Yeah, stay away. You know, I don't know if I could, actually. Oh, come on now. There we go. You know, sometime I might need to try and play the newer Silent Hills, because I've only played one and two. And I don't know. I would like to do a Let's Play of them because, you know, I love playing. When it comes to playing new games, I love being able to share the experience that hurt with you guys. But I don't know if Silent Hill is licensed by one of those companies that's known for bullying YouTubers, because with those companies, I don't feel like putting their games on my channel. Less for fear of the video getting taken down because I don't monetize my videos, so I don't think they can come after me. And more for just protest, because that's kind of a dick move, I think. Also, I've heard they're not as good. Like, from what I've heard, I think 1 and 2 are like the best in this series. They kind of go downhill after that. But still, I'd like to try them. Because I've always loved Silent Hill. It's definitely one of the scariest games I've ever played. Especially Silent Hill 2. Especially, oh, no! I saw you at the last second! Oh, crap. I don't think there was any puddles back there either. Why? Why are there no puddles? Why are there only bomber gobs? Get out of here. Stupid things. There, I think, yeah, I aggroed his friend. Alright, well, look what a dead man has to say after I'm done with you. Looks like the group ahead of you tried to sneak past the orcs and got caught halfway through. Well, you kinda snuck right through their campground. You're not a rogue, so you probably didn't have Cloak of Invisibility. Okay, oh, that was it. Alright, yeah, so yeah. Don't know why you thought it would be a good idea to try and... It's just, again, it's like, it's a narrow area. Orcs everywhere. What did you think would happen? Like, you probably don't have invisibility. You can't just randomly turn invisible like the rogue class can do. Probably only do that weird crouchy thing like they do in other games. Like every other game that has a stealth mechanic, that's all you do. Because apparently that's all you need to do to be stealthy. Just crouch. You don't need to get like an outfit, you don't need like a special outfit or face paint to blend in with the environment. You don't need to hide behind objects and foliage. No, just crouch. You're good. And there we go. Not at full health, but enough. Ooh, water. Haha! I am unstoppable. The world will know my wrath. After I get back in the puddle. At least the world that's in the immediate area of this. Okay, don't know what that was about. Either way, the world, at least the world in the immediate area of this river will know my wrath. Those places out in like the desert. Nah, they'll only hear about it. Because I'm not going to no deserts. Oh, hey, things is getting frozen. Then again, we are on a mountain, so that's usually what happens. Oh, snowfall too. That's awesome. Has that always been in the game? No, that hasn't always been in the game. Has it? Well, the thing is I don't do very many snow maps. It's one thing that I don't think I do very many snow maps now that I think on it. Seems like people don't like Winter Wonderland so much. Like the game level makers people. Yeah, those dudes. Hi, Minotaur. What are you doing up here? Seems like an awfully odd place for you, especially with the whole not having a shirt thing. You should probably be further down the mountain. Also, how could something as big as you? You know what? I'm not even gonna do that. No, that's a whole lot of nitpicking that I'm not even gonna get into. All right, so there. Cool. What was I saying before I got distracted with everything? Oh, Silent Hill 2. Yes, Silent Hill 2 was a very, very scary game, especially when you go into the school and they have those little like shadow baby things. Those creep the crap out of me. Well, I don't think it was so much creepy as they just always caught me off guard. Because because in that game you have like especially in the high school, everything is really dark, and the flashlight doesn't have a whole lot of throw on it. So yeah, you're just running along, and then you just hear they always make this weird high-pitched chirping kind of noise, and you would hear that, and then you would see it just appear, and it was always terrifying because I think in that game, your character I don't even remember what his name was. Sunderland. James Sunderland. Your character, Sunderland, he wasn't very durable. It didn't take much to kill him, which I think is another thing that you kind of need if you're going to make a horror game. The character needs to be fragile, because it makes the player a bit more paranoid and unwilling to take damage. But anyways, yeah, so it was really scary. And then especially the scene, I think it was like in the school on the second level when you went into the girls' bathroom. That was freaking terrifying. I think that was probably one of the first time, like when I was still a little kid at the time, but still, it was like the first time in my gaming career that I ever just noped out of a room. Didn't even bother to check anything. I just left. Went in and turned right around. Because that was terrifying to me. And actually, that was the game also, I think. Kinda, sorta. I remember in Silent Hill 2, I believe it was, there's one part where you have to fight this lizard thing. And basically what you have to do is you have to wait for it to get close. Like if you try shooting it, I think bullets don't do anything to it. What you have to do is wait for it to get close enough to you to try and bite you. And then once its mouth opens, then you shoot it. And the thing is the way it told you how to do that, don't you dare. The way it told you how to do that was a story about a legendary archer who killed a dragon using the same tactic. And it was a book that you would find laying in the library, I believe. So again, it was really cool how with that game you kind of, it wasn't like really I don't think the puzzles were really hand-holdy. It really didn't like, explicitly say, okay, you need to do this, this, and this. It was more like, as I said earlier, if you take the note, you take the puzzle, and you cross-reference it, you can find the answer. And I've always liked that. I always preferred it because the way I see it, guessing and brute forcing your way through something, that should be your very last option. It shouldn't be your first option. It shouldn't be the first and only thing that you do when it comes to solving puzzles in a game. It should be the thing that you do because you can't decipher, either because you didn't find the note, or you can't decipher the note. That's when the guesswork and the brute forcing should come in. Not right off the bat, because there was actually no note in existence that had the guide. But again, that's personal choice. I'm just one person. I can't speak for everybody. You know, other people like horror, you know, other horror game aficionados might think differently. They might believe otherwise. Okay, so yeah, giant ice wall. Oh, do I need to climb? Must I hardcore parkour? This way? Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Nice little jumping puzzle. Those are always nice. Ooh, legendary staff. Hi. Oh, no. Haha, I love how your name is just Monster. Such a... I love that. Well, hi, Monster. My name is Frog. Oh, and well, yeah, your name is Beast, but... I love that. Just general terms. He didn't even bother trying to give them, like, some cool sounding name or a name that looks like he just punched his keyboard twice. No, he just gave them just vague, general names. Right, come on. Actually, ice cubes. Ice cubes on you. There we go. Takes care of you. Okay, so what's up ahead? Because this is looking like boss territory. Nope, it's just a beholder. You get out of here, beholder. No one cares about you. Oh. Ah, crap. There's a beholder just behind me. No, hit the beholder. Kill him, quick. There we go. Alright, now to focus on you. Oh, you got quite a bit of health, though. This is gonna hurt. This might take a bit. Don't know if this would be better or if my other weapon would be better on him. Let's use my let's use this, because in the very least, I'll have the tome, and I can use the ability from the tome to deal extra damage to him. Oh. Yeah, duck back here. Then we move in for the kill. And done! Haha! Cool. Did you drop anything? No. Abandoned camp. Somebody made camp here. The fire pit is still warm. Alright, so I guess that guy back there wasn't part of the group? Or maybe he was and they just left him to die. Maybe it was a... Oh, hey, get back here. Maybe what happened is they were like, you know, at the orc camp, and they're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak through. Jim, you go first. We'll be right behind you. And then Jim started sneaking in, and they just stood there. And they waited for the sounds of Jim being brutally murdered by orcs, and then they just ran through the camp, or snuck through the camp, and they were able to get through the camp because the orcs were so busy brutally murdering Jim. That's probably what happened. Alright, I like this one too. It wasn't that bad. Oh, didn't want to do that, actually. That is unfortunate. Okay, forget you see anything that's on the screen right now. All of it's purged from your memory. Pretend you never saw any of it. Because I need to end the episode here, because I am way over time. Still, I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. Bye.